isn't it? From like this angle.
Yeah.
Do you reckon it needs to be closer, or do you reckon I'm licking it?
No, you're fucking licking it. You're getting closer. Jesus, fucking suck on it.
I know, but I'm thinking the hair might stop the sounds.
Oh god.
Right. So, should we do 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3. Welcome to the Hustle and Heal podcast
with your host, Nick
and Cody. We do have a third host.
We do.
Her name is Lauren, but she is working 2 jobs at the moment as a nurse, and she has 3 kids and a lot going on. So she will be in like every other episode roundabout, won't it be, really?
Yeah. We're gonna be putting one out every 2 weeks, aren't we?
So like fortnightly
episodes.
Yeah. So she may be in one, so it'll be 2 months that we're recording.
Yeah.
Lauren should be in one of those 2 in the month. So you will see her.
Yeah.
She is still involved, isn't she? Bless
her.
So we're just going to do like a little mini introduction of ourselves.
Yeah. So, do you want me to start? Or
yes, you
so
start.
I will start. Yeah. So, like I said, my name's Nick. I am 31 years old. So I have my own business. I do aesthetics and skincare. That's about it, really. I hate talking about myself.
I know. You went to uni, didn't you?
Yes, I went to uni.
Yes.
So we're going back to all that right now.
Yeah, should we?
So when I first started my journey in the career that I wanted to, I went to college first, and then I went to uni to do business management, and then I worked in a spa, started my own business alongside that, and then now I am where I am.
So what did you go into in the first place that you wanted to do? So
I knew from like my young teenage years that beauty therapy was the route that I wanted to go down.
Yeah.
So I think from I always knew that was the career path that I wanted to go down, but a few things in my life knocked me back a bit, but we'll go back into the depth with that in the later episodes. But
is that what you done business for? Like, you done business to go into it?
Yeah,
oh, unreal. Yeah, I didn't know that about
Did you not?
No. I feel like we kept that, like, we've purposely not spoke about little bits like that just so that we can, like, have it real on the podcast sort of thing.
But it was something happened to my life that made me just kind of go for it.
Yeah.
So that's when I started college. I did all my level 1, 2, 3 beauty. I then kind of went on to spa management, thinking that was the route that I wanted to go down.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
No.
So then I had to do a top-up course actually in uni, which then I went to Preston University and I did business management.
Oh.
And then from there, I just started to do little bits on the side, as you do.
Mm-hmm.
And then I fully got into opening my own business.
Yeah.
And then a few years down the line, I got my own shop, and this is where I'm at today.
Yes. And we actually met through you coming to me as a client, didn't we?
Yeah,
that's how me and Nick actually met, was us. So I am Cody. I am 28, just turned. I'm a full-time, part-time beauty therapist. I had my full-time business, but I had a little boy 2 years ago now. So I took time out, but I was full-time beauty at that point. And that's when you come to me, wasn't it? When I was full-time in the other shop.
Yeah, you was self-employed in the other shop, wasn't you?
Self-employed, yeah. And then obviously come back after having Rue, and now I'm part-time just with having.
So when did you actually start your career in
beauty journey? Yeah. Do you know what? So I started. I always wanted to do beauty, so I started in year. You know when you can do that pathway into college when you're in year 10.
Yeah.
So I done that. I done the pathway into college, and then once I'd left, I'd done that the first year and changed school. Sorry. So when I changed school, they didn't I wouldn't allow me to do it, so I had to take different options. So I just thought when I leave. I was in Rainhill at the time. When I leave Rainhill, I'm just going to go straight into beauty. But in that year, I was I want something that's going to be more I obviously grew up in, obviously again, something we'll go into further, but I grew up in foster care. So me growing up in foster care, I was like, I want to be a social worker and change everything about it and blah, blah, blah. Like, I want to do all of this and help all the kids that, like, have been through what I've been through and blah, blah. And then when it got into it, when I went into sixth form then to do psychology, science and health and social, and done my first year, passed my first year, and just thought, I hate social workers. Like,
hate them.
I hate them. Like, I always remember, like, just having, like, I used to, like, log heads with social workers all the time when I was in care, like, and it wasn't their fault. It was just the system. The system is the system and you can't change it. And I wanted to go into it and change it. So, like, when that happened, even though I wanted to do that, I still loved beauty. I was kind of talked out of beauty. So that's why I went into social working.
That's the thing.
I think people spoke out of it, didn't they?
Yeah, I think it was kind of like the thick kind of route to go down. Was it, don't do that, you know, it's not thick people kind of thing. But
all you need to know is, like, a little bit of maths. Like, that's it. Like, it was really spoke bad of, wasn't it, when we first? Really bad. Definitely. And then I was just like, no, do you know what? I enjoy doing it. So then I left sixth form and went into Michael John's Academy. I started in, actually, in Liverpool, in town. And it was, I'd done, like, an apprenticeship there, worked in a salon. Worked in a first salon, but just wasn't vibing with it. They were very, like, do you know when you're first out in, like, beauty, it was like polish my chandeliers and like that do my skirting boards. There was no beauty behind it. It was just clean up.
I think that's the bad thing about, like, things nowadays. Like, sometimes, you know, when you first go into what do you call them now? Not employed. It's like when in college kind of thing.
Like the apprenticeships, is it?
Is it? No, it's like kind of
education.
Anyway, work experience.
Yeah.
Right, so I remember that in college, and I was literally just making teas, and I thought, how the fuck is this going to help me?
No,
like,
I was downstairs with the hairdressers, whilst my, like, beauty room was upstairs. Like, beauty was upstairs, and I was downstairs with the hairdressers making their clients tea. Yeah. I was thinking, this is not what I wanted to do. Like, it just wasn't. They really, like, do put you like at the bottom of the pile, but you know what? Equally, I am really grateful that was the case, because I feel like it learned me, like, how to be, like, a good organizer and good with clients, and just to be, like, grateful that we ended up, because when we trained, it wasn't that whole, like, that you could just do a course and go straight into doing that. Like, it wasn't that, was it? It was just that it was more that when we trained, you had to be at the bottom of the pecking order and you had to build your way up. Well, that was me personally. Yeah. So then I done that, Michael John's Academy, and then I left there and started this other salon in Rainhill, which I was there for years, and, like, it just opened. Absolutely rate the owner of it. Like, we got on really, really well. And she was just really, really enthusiastic about, like, lashes, and she had her own lash business, her own lash brand, X, Y, and Z. And she was getting married at the time, so that's how I actually really ended up being a lash tech, because that's predominantly what I focus on. But it was by default, it wasn't purpose. And she was getting married, and she was big on lashes, so she was basically like, you need to be great at eyelashes by the time getting married. So like, focus on that. Basically, she trained me herself, because she obviously done training courses at the time. So I ended up I remember doing lashes, and I used to cry my eyes out doing the eyelashes, because it was so hard. And,
I'm not gonna lie, I did them once. Not even, like, semi-permanent ones that you do. The party lashes in college, I'm like, no, it's not for me.
No,
I could not do it.
So fiddly, and I just remember, like,
for that. I think
so I done classics first, and I remember, like, her saying to me, you need to be good at this, so keep doing it. And me being like, I was going outside, like, oh my god, I can't do this, like, I need some air, because this is so hard, and it's so much pressure that I had to take all of the clients on. She was going on a honeymoon and stuff as well.
God, I know.
So I was like, oh my god, I am so grateful, like, thank you for that, because now like, it just becomes second nature, like driving, you know, like, second nature. And then it kind of took off from then. Like, I become self-employed from that, really. And then, well, no, I went travelling and stuff afterwards, but all of that will be spoke about in other episodes. Like, I'd done, like, a lot travelling, like, and then had Ruben, and then stayed self-employed. Like, I don't think I could ever work under someone ever again.
I've said that as well. Like, I could never imagine myself work for someone else.
No. Ever.
So I have no choice but to fucking
make it work.
Yeah. Basically.
I know, and like
just keep grafting, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, there was times in COVID, I don't know about you, but there was times in COVID that because I'd just come home from traveling, I couldn't like get any of this COVID money that people got.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to claim anything like that. So when I come home, I had to be like a care worker, and then I worked with like kids in foster care, which like was what I liked doing because it was not the bad side of social working, but I got to spend time with the kids that like needed the support in X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
That actually just move us on to why we're doing it, why we actually want to do a podcast. So
I just think a lot of our stories would resonate a lot with people who have probably been through or are going through situations like we have. And also how we've overcome things as well. I think that's why we're wanting to do it. So we're not trying to be like, inspirational people out there, but we are like wanting to, give you that bit of positivity. There is ways out of things.
Definitely like focusing on mindset and like we're not gurus and we're not trying to be gurus. That's not the vibe we're going with. It's just that we've been through a lot individually, and Lauren included. Like we've all been through a lot, and our stories are so different, aren't they? They are like very, very different stories. But I personally feel like younger generations, our generations, have been like extremely let down through the whole potentially COVID thing. Like people really was affected by that, and massively. I think it's affected people's mental health on another level. And I think that being able to do this helps our mental health, and being able to do this and hopefully point it out there can help other people's mental health as well, and get people to understand that like we can, like you like you say, you can overcome things, and it is about mindset and how you think about things. That's what I mean.
I think a lot of people nowadays do struggle with mental health, and a lot of people do tend to just keep it to themselves. So like we're here to try and get you out of that a little bit, get talking to someone, talk to us, whatever. And just start opening up a little bit, and you will feel the difference when you start to like open up about your problems.
I think as well, like one thing which actually I can say it's quite close to home, that I think that generational, is it Generation Z that we're in now? That we were like Gen Z now, Gen isn't Z, it? We were like and ahhing about, because it's, I think the new, so Ruben will be in Generation Alpha, I think that's what it is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so like he'll be in Generation Alpha, but we're Gen Z, and I think like anyone older, is it Gen Z? No, we're Gen Z.
Don't know.
And there's Gen X. There's a couple of different gens, whatever gen we're in.
Fucking HC, you fucking cute, I don't know.
I know. I think that whatever gen we're in, it's been like dramatically affected by people thinking that they can't like we're very understanding people, and I feel like with the generation that we've been in, people are so judgmental and like really not understanding to people's situations at all. And I think that's something that we want to like talk about. We want people to be able to communicate that with us, and us to be able to communicate that with them. And there's a couple of different topics that we're touching on. Obviously there'll be more things that we add to it, and we'll hopefully do like questions from the audience, that won't we, at one point? But
I think just to give you like an insight of what we are going to be speaking about, obviously we've just mentioned mental health, mindset, entrepreneurship, things like addiction, loss as well, loss of loved one, grief. So all this is going to be put into each episode as well. And like I said, I know a lot of it will resonate with people.
Definitely.
And if it can help you in some way, then that's what we're trying to do.
Yes, and it's not all going to be too like dark-hearted as well. It's going to be like you'll see the sort of characters that we are. We have to kind of make things light-hearted. Like we are light-hearted people.
Like a trio. We are just
all three
normal.
of us. Like it's very jokey, and like even though it's such like traumatic things for us, it's extremely like jokey, and you've got to get on with things. You've got to get on with life, haven't you?
Isn't it? You just got to crack on. And I think that describes us as a person as well, isn't it? Like we like to take the worst, put it into the best, and make the best out of a situation.
Any situation sort of thing. Definitely. So I think that we're going to leave, obviously, Lauren, so when she comes in her next episode, she can introduce her story, can't she? Like, she can introduce who she is, what she does, and what her jobs are, blah, blah, blah. Like, what made her want to do X, Y, and Z. We'll kind of make that.
Yeah.
It's her story to tell, isn't it, really?
That's
so
it.
we'll leave that up to Lauren, but that's really our background, really, isn't it? Like,
how hard a podcast is to start off, because
Jesus Christ.
Wow. I think our heads has nearly fallen off like 10 times, hasn't it? Like,
the amount of times we've come to film this and it's just not ended up happening because, oh my God, the stuff you need.
No.
We watch so many podcasts. Like, I know it was constant. Like, it's not just as easy as being like, let's do a podcast, and like it's like you've got to do all the research on what best mics. Like, we've bought different mics. We've bought 2 different mics now.
Yeah, these are actually the most expensive ones that we were gonna get in the first place, but then we was like,
do we need them? Yeah, we do.
But yeah, we do.
You do. So if you're gonna do a podcast,
do it proper.
Yeah, and
basically.
every single thing that we kept sending to each other and watching, it kept saying, do not go for like the lower quality things, because you will not be happy. You'll have to replace them. And before we even filmed, we had to replace them all.
Yeah.
We replaced every single thing. This room didn't look like this.
No.
And it's completely different now because we've had to, like, even down to like editing, like we have so far, like, I took the editing on ourselves. Like, we haven't got someone to edit. We've took it on ourselves. But even that, like, it's buying the equipment to edit.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Especially when you work for yourself as well. You know, you've got a kid as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
But if you want to make something work, you make it work.
Like,
and that's it.
It's just like, even down, can we just say the stupid little things where it was like, we were like, right, me and Nick come in the other day and we were like, right, we've got it all sorted. Yeah. Let's sound test it now. Like, come in and put all our equipment on, and our freaking recorder needed a micro HD card. And we were like, it's such simple little things that we just didn't know about.
Think about it,
no,
you think it's just, you get that and then off you pop. Yeah. You go in.
We're not tech people, though, are we? Like,
we're definitely not tech savvy. Jesus.
Maybe they were right about the musicians.
Because
Jesus Christ, no, of course not. But like the actual down to it, I'm not like a computer person. I've
never really been that type of person. Even in school, like, do not put me on a computer.
No, I'd play games. I'd be on like 1 minute games, like, honestly. But like even like video games, like, I don't know if it was maybe just our age, but like video games were a big thing when I was younger. So like it wasn't like I wasn't sat in ours playing video games, whereas now it's predominantly.
I was on Microsoft Word, painting.
Yeah. I was on my dad's computer, like, and I was playing Abe, you know what I mean? My dad used to play this crazy alien game, and we were dead young, and he used to have this actual computer set up in his room, and me and Kelsey, like, my older sister, used to go around and play this game, Abe. But it was like a full on, like, it was like 18 plus.
Oh, was that the alien thing?
Yeah, it's like alien. Like, he says it.
Do you know what I used to love though? Crime Detective. CSI.
Shut up, there used to be a game with that. Shut up.
I used to love it.
No, it's crazy, isn't it? And we're saying we're not gamers. We weren't gamers. We're not gamers. It was just the odd thing that we'd got. But when it comes down to doing this, it would have next level, honest to God. Like, it's been a ride, guys. It really has. But we have finally cracked it, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've figured it out. Yeah.
We're not stopping.
No. We are
running
guns ahead. Yeah, literally. If people want us to talk about certain things, like, we'll happily go into things that people want to talk about.
I think we are going to do like a little Q&A, aren't we?
Yeah.
I'm going to put a Q&A out there and see what topics we want to go into that way.
Yeah.
And you can just ask us questions.
Yeah. So it'd basically be like classed as that it's a bit of a like trauma and trauma responses podcast, really, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
So it's going into like trauma things and how we dealt with it, and positivity and what makes us feel positive, just a bit of like a lifetime, like life in general, isn't it?
But I think the first one we wanted to touch on was obviously mindset, wasn't it?
Yes.
So when do you think your mindset kind of changed to like a kind of positive?
So you know what? So my character, me as a person, like, growing up, obviously, again, I touch on again, like with me growing up in care, X, Y, and Z, I feel like I was so angry at the world, like, forever, like, honest to God. And I mean, like, anyone who knows me from back, like, probably 12 and below.
Yeah.
Probably like 14 and below, maybe 15 and below, I was so angry, like angry at everyone. Like it was constant, like someone would say anything to me, I'd take it the wrong way, like all of the time. And I grew up like that. But that was trauma response, like because of what I'd been through. I had to protect myself all the time, so I was constantly on the defense. And then I got to about 16 and I had to get my own flat. So I got my own flat, and I think I thought beforehand, I knew that I was in my foster placement, like, which also added my foster placement is now as close to family as what my biological family is. So like, I'm just, for the point of the camera, explaining that obviously that was my foster house, but it was my home. Do you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't that it was like a foster home to me. Anyway, when I was there, I was protected. Like, I had people around me. People weren't going to hurt me, X, Y, and Z. Whereas I grew up in like a bad situation. So anyway, when I got my own flat, I knew it was only me to protect me. So if I'm going to go out there, start and murder everyone, people are coming to my door, and like I've got no one to help me there. And like, I think I just figured out then that I had to tone it down and just work out I was unhappy. Like, I was unhappy in life and with myself and everything. And I decided that I had to like search for a few answers. So when I was from 16, I was about 17, and I remember just like what happened to me when I was a child. I searched for answers with like family members and like things that had happened to me and stuff like that. And even when I was given like the answers that I never liked or wanted, I devoted my time and said to myself, whatever answers I get from these questions, like, I'm just moving forward with that, and that's it. Like, if I was to ask a question of why this person done that to me when I was dead young and why this happened to me, like, I didn't care what the answer was. I just wanted to know your reason, and I'm going to move on with life from then. So when I done that, I got the answers, and by all means didn't get the answers I wanted. Like, I got a good few like hurtful answers to it, and decided that I wanted to go travelling. Then I thought, you know what, I feel like I need to go travelling. And so when I did go travelling, I knew someone who had been like quite into the book The Secret for a while.
Oh yeah, I love The Secret.
Yeah, so like, honestly, I say this to everyone, when I first read The Secret, I just didn't understand it. I just did not.
Did you not?
No, like every page I was thinking, I feel like I'm reading a Spanish book. Like, I have no idea what this book is saying. No, like, it just wasn't going in my head. But basically, this person read this book all the time, and they changed quite dramatically in themselves, and I'd noticed that they changed quite dramatically. So when I decided to go travelling, I was like, I need to get that book and I need to read it. So I got the book, The Secret, and got dead confused, and then watched The Secret. Someone said watch it on Netflix. There was a I don't know if it's still on there now, but it was Netflix, The Secret.
And
watched that on there, and it just, because it was people telling me, I think I understood it completely. Like, and then after that, I don't know if it was in that book or someone had suggested, but someone said Good Vibes, Good Life book by Vex King, and to read that. So I ended up getting that and went travelling with that. So I was travelling all in all. I did return and then went back, and but all in all, I was travelling for 9 months. I lived in Australia for the majority of it, and then I travelled Bali and Thailand on my own. And when I'd done all of that, I took Good Vibes, Good Life, and I read that throughout the whole like duration of it. I'm not fast at reading, do you know what I mean? It did take me 9 months.
Not that fast.
And honest to God, I could not sleep the book anymore. Like, it changed my life.
It's a good book, that, isn't it?
Yeah, like, just because it's about mindset. This is it. I know. And they do have the healing one as well, don't they? But I actually don't like healing as much.
I haven't read that one yet. Is it not worth it?
It's not. It is worth it, but it's just not. It's not, obviously. Good Vibes, Good Life changed my life, whereas that one's just like a little bit of a repetitive why you would heal sort of thing. But the Good Vibes, Good Life, honest to God, even the first, not that this is going to be a book club, because it's not. So I'm just explaining the first like few pages of it. It explains how like Vex was his mate to go on holiday, and he was like in a position where he couldn't afford. He's thinking so positively about it and like actually doing what The Secret was telling him to do. He ended up like getting £800 from a tax rebate. That's what it was. That was just like out of the blue.
Yeah. And
then he could afford the holiday with everyone. So after that, he then focused on The Secret. But I think The Secret's hard to understand, whereas that's not. That's really easy to understand about law of attraction, whereas Secret's hard to like grasp, I think.
Yeah.
But I think that was when I kind of changed. I'd say like just before I went travelling, like finding that book going traveling, and also the things I seen when I was traveling, like obviously that may be something that we talk about in the podcast in general.
Yeah.
Because you've done a bit of traveling as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've done.
So I did Thailand.
Yeah.
This year, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that more in depth, won't we?
Yeah,
that'll be something. Episode.
But that was like, I think, a massive eye opener. Yeah, so I think that's
what I mean. It does give you an eye opener, doesn't it, to the world?
Yeah,
like, it is.
And that, like, it's not just here. Yeah. Like, stop focusing on what's happening here, because like there's so much more to the world. So yeah, I think that was my big like change, and then after that, I just cracked on with it, and things just fell into place for me genuinely. Like, but what was your big change and what happened?
I think realistically, I think when my mum passed away, that was like a big eye opener to me. Like, life's too short. You know, whatever you want in life, go for it.
Yeah.
And I think that's when I said, like, I started college from there. I just not stopped ever since. But it was like I'd say probably like 4 years ago maybe. I started getting more into like books, podcasts. I do find it hard to read books, to be honest. Like, I've got attention span of a fucking don't know what. I find it hard to just sit there and read. So I'd rather like audio.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the book that I have read, that really changed my mindset. It just helps you to understand your mindset as well, actually. It's called The Chimp Paradox. Have you heard of that?
No, I've seen it about though. You've had it in the shop, haven't you?
So it's kind of like he explains how your brain works. He calls it the chimp model.
Yeah.
So there's 3 main parts of your brain. So you've got, is it the parietal part of the brain, which is like the computerized part, and this obviously stores all your information, your memories, stuff like that, facts about life, beliefs, everything like that. And then you've got your frontal part of the brain. This is more human brain, so this is you. But this is more kind of, it reacts on like kind of, when you think of something and you react rationally.
Yeah.
Or irrationally, should I say.
Yeah.
So this is where you would act rationally and you would think about it.
Yeah.
Whereas you've got then the limbic part of the brain, which is like known as the chimp.
Yeah.
So it's like the chimp in your head.
Yeah.
And this is where you would act irrationally, and kind of on emotions kind of thing.
Yeah. My chimp's massive.
My chimp's huge. So yeah, it just kind of makes you understand how your brain works. So say for example, say your car's going past and it's beeping,
yeah,
and you're automatically gonna go, what the fuck's that?
Yeah,
like kind of thing.
Yeah,
that's your chimp, or like reacting straight away.
Yeah.
But like say if you just turn around and go, oh yeah, it's my dad, whatever.
Yeah.
That's your human kind of, because you've thought about it and you've seen who it is, kind of thing. So yeah, it just helps you understand.
Yeah.
How your brain works.
It's mental, isn't it? Because we don't think of that at all. We don't think of the fact that like our brain is so complex, and like you need to know how your brain works in situations. That's I feel like I took myself away from like so many like situations, people, environments in my life because of like kind of that theory, because I like, your brain is so complex, and I now understand that like I can't be around that sort of behaviour, because that sort of behaviour puts me in a certain spiral. Do you know what I mean? And it's kind of like it's that, isn't it?
I think a lot of people struggle with that these days as well. They probably know that the friendship group isn't the best, you know.
Yeah.
But they just can't seem to pull themselves away from it.
Yeah.
But it's actually that's probably stopping them maybe achieving goals or anything like that.
Yeah.
And that's why like mindset it's massive.
Yeah.
And you literally just need to sit there like one day and just go like think.
Yeah, literally.
And you know, try and understand how you work as a person.
Yeah.
And change that if need be.
Definitely. Because I think I've got like, personally, I think you're probably going to say the same, I've got quite a good little connect of friends around me that I'd say like I've got like 5 like really close friends that like I wouldn't I don't need anymore. I don't want anymore. Like, because that you can't give all your time to like multiple. If you've got a friendship group and there's 15 of yous, you can't physically give your undivided time to that person and your like attention and focus on your own life at the same time. Like it's practically impossible, and you've got to be grateful at the people that you've got in your life. Like, everyone who's in my life, I know genuinely cares about me. Like, genuinely cares about me, genuinely cares about my family that I've created, and they care for what I am. Whereas when you're like in a big friendship group and it's just like going out partying, I mean, we're not big drinkers. No. Like, it's just not not one through. I
probably drink about twice a year. Like,
like, the hangover's not worth it for me.
No, it's not.
And the mental
place.
That's
the kind of road it takes you down, leading to your mental health again and mindset.
Yeah.
Like, it just sends you into a spiral, and it's hard to get out of.
I know.
Like, if I'm rough for about a week.
And I'm rock bottom.
Yeah. Like, literally, it takes you a while to get back into the gist of things.
Yeah, it does. It sets you back. It's just a setback, isn't it? It's just not. It's not ideal. So, yeah, like, I've got a little book here that we're just gonna recap of. I've got a question here that is there anyone that you look up to when it comes to mindset? Like, a single figure. Is there a person that you're like, oh, actually...
Do you know what? Like, I've never really looked up to people, like, as such. But one person I will say is, like, Tommy Mallet. Like, I love him as a person.
Really?
Yeah, like, I think just the way, like, he speaks on things, like, he's really good in, really onto, like, manifestation stuff now, isn't he? He does the citrine trainers. And just the way, like, he talked about his life. Like, he started from nothing, and, he's... doing well for himself now.
Yeah.
So it's people like that, like, I think inspire me more than anything. Like, I don't look up to celebrities, like, I can shit. But if you've, like, been rock bottom and worked yourself up to where you're at now, like, that, for me, is someone I'd look up to.
Yeah.
But not really, like, anyone in general.
No.
Like, the only person that I've, like, seen as kind of an inspiration in my life is my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, just his work ethic, like, how humble he is.
Yeah.
Like, that's it for me. Like,
yeah.
What about you?
Well, so I'm not, like, I have never been, like, I'm same as you, like, a celeb person. I've never been one of them that's like, oh my God, I need to go see Justin Bieber. Like, I've never been that ever in my life. Yeah. Like, I feel more, like, it's people's preference. Like, some people genuinely love to do that, and that is so fine.
Yeah.
But my personal, like, for myself, I just feel really, like, it's just not me. It's just not something that I would enjoy doing. But I'm probably a bit similar to you. I feel like I'm not one that would say I've looked up to, like, someone, like a person, because I think because I've not had that person to look up to, it's made me a better person. Yeah. Because, like, I am who I want to look up to.
Be your own inspiration, haven't you?
Yeah, like, I haven't had, like, a great like, surrounding of, like, women to like look up to. So I think that I kind of just, like, put myself on that pedestal and was like, I need to make sure that I am that person people can look up to in the future, sort of thing. But I'm probably the same as you. Like, I really, like, I'm inspired by people who, who's that, like, do you remember that guy who, is it something, it's like Edward, what's his first name? No, it's not, it's Tom Hardy.
Edward. You've gone from Edward to Tom. Fucking hell.
Edward, no, it was. No, I was thinking Ed Hardy. That's what because it's yeah, that is it Tom
Hardy?
Hardy, yeah. And he was like, I had no idea until, like, a few years back that he was, like, a heavy addict, wasn't he? Like, he was like, yeah, oh my God. So he was like, let me just do me fact finding though. I'm sure it's him. And he was because I was getting mixed up between him and Tom Hanks.
Oh, right.
And it's not Tom Hanks. It's Tom.
Yeah, I think it rings a bell now that you actually say it.
Yeah, Tom Hardy. And, like, he's like a pretty kind of, like, he's like a younger.
Is he the fit one?
Ish. Yeah, like.
Who everyone goes on about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
And so he was addicted to heroin, I want to say. Really, it was so, like, his story. I mean, I'd have to do, like, full fact finding on that, but I think what had happened is he'd got involved with the wrong crowd when he was younger. He sells, like, a little story on it, and, like, I'm sure there's probably books about it and stuff, to be honest, but he ends up getting involved with, like, the wrong crowd, and ended up doing he was, like, car thefts, like, he was doing stuff like that when he was a bit younger. got in like loads of trouble over it, ended up addicted to heroin, ended up like being found on the street, like slumped over, like heavy addict. And like he is completely roles reversed. Like look where he's ended up being, because like he has found the strength in his own body to get past this hurdle. And I think it's people like that I'd be like, oh my God, you are an inspiration doing that. Like you've really like figured yourself out, and you know that you can't be around people who put you in that position because and that's what I think I look up to, that I'm like, oh my God, it's amazing.
Do you know what I actually find like attractive now as well? Like it's like, knowing that they've been in a bad place and then they've just like done a 360 and like maybe not like fully healed, but like they're on that kind of path to
they want to
bettering themselves. Like
that's like, it's okay to have done shitty things, and like we're not fucking robots. And it's like, I feel like accepting that and being like, I've not been an angel my whole life.
That's what I mean. No one's perfect, are there? Like, no. And as long as you admit that, and you can move forward with it, and change it, then that's what it's about.
As long as you're recognising that certain like your own behaviours. I really taught on my hands, and I'm noticing this a lot. It's ridiculous. I need to glue them to me. I think like, because that's ultimately the one thing that I would want to teach my little lads. Like, is that like, it's okay to make mistakes, but like recognise your mistakes, and don't 100%. Be like in hate when people are like in denial that like they've done something. Like just admit it and let's move on from it. Just learn from it. And so I think that's probably what I'd say that I looked up to. I think I leave things last minute. Me, I'm awful.
We know that, don't we?
That's something I'm working on. Lateness is something that I'm genuinely working on. I'm figuring that bit out.
You're getting better.
I was early like 3 times last week.
1 minute early.
I know. Still early. Still early. So I think that is basically concluding the first potential episode. I think that we've gone through like what has changed your mindset and what kind of like characters we are as people. What we're going to be, the basis of what we're going to be covering, why we're doing a podcast, what we do in general. So we think that then probably concludes the first episode.
Why are we so like
entwined, mental?
It's not normal, guys.
I know. So we're not 100% sure when this will be going out, but when it does, obviously we'll put it on our social media when it's going out. And we'll get on to film the next ones.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye. Au revoir.